Minnesota under siege. Politically motivated shootings rock state. Tragic morning in suburban Minnesota. In the early hours of June 14, 2025, a gunman disguised as a police officer carried out two separate attacks in the Minneapolis suburbs of Champlin and Brooklyn Park. At approximately 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot in Champlin. Both are expected to survive after emergency surgery. Minutes later, the assailant drove to the nearby home of former House Speaker State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark Hortman, where both were fatally shot. A manhunt begins. After exchanging fire with responding officers at the Hortman residence, the suspect escaped on foot. Authorities quickly launched a large-scale manhunt, with FBI assistance, covering a roughly 3-mile radius around the crime scenes. A shelter-in-place advisory was issued amid concerns that the suspect may still be impersonating law enforcement. Suspect identified. Law enforcement sources have identified 57-year-old Vance Luther Boelter, a private security executive with ties to Minnesota's Workforce Development Board, as the prime suspect. Boelter is considered armed and dangerous, and deputies urge anyone encountering a lone officer at their doorstep to call 911 immediately, and expect real officers to approach in pairs. Chilling evidence of intent. Investigators uncovered a manifesto and hit list in the suspect's abandoned vehicle, naming nearly 70 individuals, primarily Democratic politicians and abortion rights advocates, including names like Governor Tim Walz, Representative Ilhan Omar, and Senator Tina Smith. Flyers bearing "No King" slogans, linked to anti-Trump protests, were also found, though no direct organizational link has been established. Political outrage and national response. Governor Walz denounced the shootings as a direct, politically motivated threat to our democratic discourse, and called for calm and unity. National leaders, including President Trump, echoed the condemnation and emphasized a need to curb violent rhetoric. Both parties are under pressure as security details for lawmakers are being re-evaluated across the U.S. Protests disrupted and public safety alerted. Organizers canceled No Kings protests throughout Minnesota, and local law enforcement warned against gathering amidst the ongoing manhunt. Meanwhile, protests nationwide continued, with some calling them a response to broader national tensions.